Number 16, London Fletcher. If he would have played more than 4 years here, he would have been higher. The undrafted free agent will likely end up in the Hall of Fame. You know why? Because he never missed a game and had over 2,000 tackles. Number 15, Steven Jackson. He was a great running back on horrible teams. 8 straight 1,000-yard rushing seasons. And how about 2006? He ran for 1,500 and caught 90 balls. Number 14, Torry Metcalf. For our younger audience, he was Marshall Faulk, who also returned punts and kicks. In a 14-game season, he set an NFL record with 2,462 combined yards. There was nobody more exciting than number 21 for the Big Red. Nobody. Number 13, O.J. Anderson. Not sure if anybody outside of Kurt Warner started here with more of a splash. 193 yards in his first game against Dallas. In his first full 5 seasons, he was over 1,000 yards and went over 10,000 in his career with a few Super Bowl wins. Number 12, Roy Green, a 4th-round draft choice who started as a defensive back and finished as one of the most dangerous deep threats of the decade of the 1980s. 7 seasons, he averaged 15 yards a reception, nicknamed Jetstream because he flew past defensive backs. Number 11, Mel Gray. Confession, my favorite football cardinal ever. The fastest person to ever play football in our town. He averaged 19 yards a catch for his career. Context, Isaac Bruce never averaged 19 yards a catch for a single season. Number 10, Torry Holt. Here's all you really need to know. Big Game is the only receiver to ever have 6 straight 1,300-yard receiving seasons. He's a Hall of Fame finalist who will likely have a bust in Canton, Ohio. Number 9, Jim Hart. He was a 4-time Pro Bowler who also won an MVP award. No one who has ever quarterbacked in our town had a stronger arm than number 17. Tom Brady is the only quarterback to play for one team longer than Hart's 18 years with the Big Red. Number 8, Roger Worley. He was the practically perfect cornerback. The Mizzou grad played in 7 Pro Bowls, made the All-Decade team of the 70s, and of course, the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And oh, by the way, his 40 interceptions were low because no quarterback wanted to challenge him. Number 7, Dan Dierdorf. Don't let his incredible broadcasting career overshadow what he did on the field. 3 times he was voted the Offensive Lineman of the Year, and the Canton native now has a bust in his hometown. For 2 seasons, he did not allow a single sack. Number 6, Jackie Smith. He's the 3rd tight end to enter the Hall of Fame, and he's the only tight end to take it personally every time he was tackled. This was the first true great athlete to play the position. Number 5, Orlando Pace. How can the overall first pick in the draft exceed expectations? Nobody 6'7", 325 pounds move like Orlando Pace. 7 Pro Bowls, and he made sure Kurt Warner never had to worry about his blind side. Number 4, Isaac Bruce. 15,000 yards, 1,000 receptions, 91 touchdowns, and the Hall of Famer scored the biggest touchdown in our town's history. Number 3, Larry Wilson, a 7th-round draft choice who made the All-Decade team in the 60s and the 70s, the 70th anniversary all-time team, and the 100th anniversary all-time team. Number 8 is one of the best safeties the sport has ever seen. Number 2, Kurt Warner. Could have been number 1 because he won 2 MVPs and 1 Super Bowl, and because at his best, no one has ever thrown the ball better. That's ever. Wish it could have lasted longer in St. Louis, but he did okay with that other former St. Louis team. Number 1, Marshall Faulk. His trade to St. Louis was the football version of Lou Brock. No greatest show on turf without number 28. The only back to ever rush for 12,000 yards with 6,000 receiving yards. Marshall Faulk, our greatest football player ever.